What's up, family? Welcome back to my channel, Winning at Life with Phil Cherie. I am glad to see you guys tonight. Please like, share, and subscribe, and invite others to join us or share my video with them if you think that I have something to share that may be of assistance to someone else. I started the channel because I have a lot of family. I've got a lot of friends. And right now, it seems like everybody is going through something. And I am that one that they come to and ask for my advice. I'm glad to give it. I don't profess to be a professional, but I've certainly been here on earth long enough to know right from wrong. And I've been through some things in life that I'd like to leave, especially with my family, as a legacy. I have some grown children, grown men and grown women that saw some of the things that I've experienced in life. And I want them to know that most of all, it's not okay. And I'm speaking about domestic violence. I've gotten on that topic. And if I can help somebody, prevent somebody from experiencing some of the things that I had to go through, this is all well worth it. So if you have some questions that you'd like to ask me or help you find some resources in your area, I'll be more than happy. I'd be overjoyed to help you do that, because it's just one less statistic out there. And speaking of statistics, let me throw a couple of them out there. With domestic violence, of all the people that experience domestic violence, it's 85% of those people are women. And domestic violence does not only affect women, but it can affect children, wives, girlfriends, grandparents, and men, husbands as well. So it's just not only females that are affected. That 15% fall into that category of other persons being affected by domestic violence. Domestic violence is nothing to be ashamed about. It can happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone. And most of all, I want you to know right now that it's not your fault if you're experiencing it. There's nothing that you have done or you could not have done to prevent what's happening to you or what happened to you. Domestic violence is about control, about controlling another individual, and the person that is the controlling one is the person that has the problem. They are the ones that need help. They are the ones that need assistance. Not, well, you do too, but they are the ones with the problem is what I'm trying to say. Another statistic that's very interesting is about young men. When boys grow up in the home with domestic violence, they also learn how to abuse. And statistics show that they grow up and they continue that same thing on, abusing in the household, in their own households. So, with that being said, if you have young boys and you have young ladies in the home, children, babies, you have to think about what that is going to do and how that is going to affect your children. I had children in the home when I was being abused, and I had to come to a point in life, or, I had to reach the decision, I don't want my kids to grow up like this. So I chose to separate because I was married. my children's father is the person that abused me. So I was married. And I would say all the time, you know, try to work it out. I did everything, as a matter of fact, if you ask. Went to counseling. We went to church. We did everything. And so when I did leave, to me, I had done everything that I possibly could do to make the marriage work. So when I left, I had no regrets, none whatsoever. So I knew that it wasn't going to work because I had tried all those different things. Once a person, starts to abuse you, it kind of starts very subtle. And it may start as emotional abuse and them yelling at you, them calling you out of your name. And when they find out that's okay and you're not going to do anything about it, or you're not going to say anything about it, then next comes the pushing. And then if you do nothing, the slap comes next. The shoving comes next. And it just progressively gets worse until they're punching you and leaving black eyes and broken bones and bruises and et cetera, and et cetera, and et cetera. It gets worse. It never gets better. And I'm not saying that an abuser can't change, because anybody in anything is possible. But in most cases, it's a proven fact that they will be repeat offenders, and they will always do that until, something happens, consequences happen, Just the mere fact of me even speaking about it, and it takes power away from my abuser. As long as you want to hide it and you don't talk about it, you keep their secret. And, that person has no more power over me, no more control over me. I'm not keeping secrets any longer. To this day, that person still continues to lie regarding what happened in our household. It's nobody's business, actually. However, I think I've got something to say that will help somebody else. If you have any questions, feel free to inbox me. I'll be glad to text you back or email you back, call you back, and we'll talk more. Until then, be safe.